Today we'll be learning how to carve a maxillary central incisor. So the first step in carving any tooth is marking the measurements. So for maxillary central incisor, the measurement for the crown is 10.5 mm and for the root is 13 mm. For the crown, I'll be keeping the measurement a little more, like 11 mm, so that while polishing, like even after polishing, I'll get a proper measurement, because polishing and removes a little bit of wax from the tooth. So let's mark the measurements first. How to divide the wax block into two halves from all the sides. Okay. Now we'll have to divide the crown into three halves, three equal three equal divisions. This is the cervical third, the middle third and incisal third. We'll do the same on all the sides. Okay. Now we'll mark the surfaces. The surface towards the lips is lingual surface. Towards the midline is nasal surface. Toward the inner mouth, toward the palate is lingual surface, or we even call it the palatal surface, and then away from the midline is the distal surface. We'll first begin with making labial surface and lingual surface. So the shape of the crown from the lingual and the labial surface is a trapezoidal shape, with the longer side of the trapezoid towards the incisal edge. We'll first mark the trapezoid according to the measurements. So the measurement of the trapezoid is 7 mm towards the cervical line and 8.5 mm towards the incisor. We'll just mark it roughly right now. Now we'll start with removing the excess wax and turning the crown into a trapezoidal shape. Okay, we have got a trapezoidal shape from the labial and the lingual surface. The measurement, of course, are not exactly 8.5 and 7. I have kept it extra so that while polishing, even if I remove it, I'll get a proper measurement of the tooth. Now we'll start with the distal and the mesial surface. There are two ways we can make the mesial and the distal aspect. Firstly, making a mango shape or a heart shape. I usually go with the heart shape because it's easier to make it. Okay, after making a heart shape like this is the label surface. So the label surface should be convex and the height of contour should be at the cervical third. This is the cervical third, this is the label surface. So first we'll make a notch here. I have marked the cervical line like when we began the video we had marked three divisions: cervical, middle and incisal third. So we'll make a notch from the cervical third. We'll keep our carver like this and remove the wax. Okay, after making a notch like this, we'll make this surface convex now. So in order to make the surface convex, keep the carver like this and start removing it. Don't remove it in a straight manner, you need to get a curvature over there. Here we are done with the label surface. We have the height of contour at cervical third and we have a convex surface. Now we'll begin with the lingual surface. Here we'll have to keep a cingulum at the cervical third. Then we need to make the fossas. So it's a concave convex shape where the cingulum is present, and it should be concave where the fossa are present. Again we'll make a notch first. Like this, and then we'll try to make it concave first at the fossa side, very little, don't remove a lot of wax together. Now begin with making the cingulum. It's very simple, you just have to keep your carver like this and then move towards the incisal edge. Again carve very slowly, don't remove a lot of wax together. Okay. Now we'll polish it a bit, not very much, not to get the exact shape, but we are just polishing it so that we'll at least get some idea about the tooth. Okay, so now we need to make the lingual convergence over here. I'll put a reference picture over here where you can see that when we see it from the incisal aspect, it doesn't look like this. It has some curves over here and we see a lingual convergence on the lingual side. So in order to make the lingual convergence, hold a carver like this and then remove the wax. Don't remove from the incisal edge. Start from the middle third. Remove wax like this from both the sides. After removing it like this, keep the carver like this and give it a round shape. Now hold a polishing cloth and curve them. Right now we are only working on the lingual side, and making this convergence is very important. When we see from the label aspect, we have meso-incisal angle and a disto-incisal angle. The meso-incisal angle in case of maxillary central is sharp, but the disto-incisal angle should be rounded. So we'll just take the polishing cloth and we'll polish it like this. Okay. Now if you're able to see properly, we have got a rounded disto-incisal angle and a sharp meso-incisal angle. Okay, now the next step is making a W-shaped fossa. So in order to make a W-shaped fossa, on the lingual side we'll mark a W shape first. Okay, after marking the W shape, we need to remove the wax from that W. We need to remove it in such a way that after removing we get to see that it is a W shaped fossa. Okay, after making this W shaped fossa, we are almost done with the crown. We just have to make the angles, the edges a little bit round, but make sure the meso-incisal angle should not be round at all, it should be sharp. Reduce if you feel that the shape is not proper or if the measurement is not correct. You can reduce it according to your need. Okay, so I guess we are done with the crown. Now we'll start carving the root. The length of the root we have already marked, it's 13 mm and it's conical in shape. So firstly we'll just carve it as a straight. We'll carve it straight from all the sides and then we'll make a conical shape. Okay, we have got this shape now. Now we'll mark a conical shape and then start removing the wax. It's just a straight cone it doesn't have any distal curvature or any lingual or labial curvature. So that I would say that maxillary central incisor has one of the easiest route. We are almost done with making the root part. We just need to polish it a bit. Okay, so now the last thing we need to do is marking the cervical line, and the cervical line should be curved. It should be curved like this on the labial surface. Again, curve it on the lingual surface also. Okay, now we'll do the final polishing of the tooth we have carved. This is the most crucial step because most of the people end up breaking the carving while polishing it. So make sure you're doing it very slowly and properly. Okay. The labial side, the distal side, the lingual side, and the mesial side of our tooth is ready. Then this is the incisal aspect. And this is the final root we have carved today.